is Patty, and I'd like to welcome you to another session of our virtual yoga. I hope you all had a wonderful spring break, restful, got a chance to break from the ordinary, maybe not go anywhere, but it's a staycation. Since we were all on spring break and now we're coming back to work, I'd like to take you through what we call a Brahmana practice. A Brahmana practice is where we build energy. And sometimes, we need that to clear the cobwebs in our mind. And so I think with this Brahmana practice, we'll be able to focus a little bit better, and we'll also be able to be more productive afterwards. So as part of that practice, we're going to lengthen through an inhale. And as we lengthen through the inhale, it's a signal to our brain that it is time to become more productive. It's time to ramp up the energy of our central nervous system. So as we go through, as we're breathing through the practice, just remember that we want to keep the inhale a little bit longer. So what that might look like or sound like is on an inhale we count to 6, on an exhale we count to 4. So inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So you can keep that in your mind, or you can just wing it. So I'd like to start off with a meditation, just a 2-minute meditation to kind of ground ourselves, settle ourselves, especially coming back from a week of doing something different. So we'll start and end with the sound of the chime. And we can also kind of ground in a comfortable seated position. Find some length through your spine. Release your shoulders down and away from your ears. Place your hands either face down to ground, face up to be open, or you can find a mudra that works for you, whatever's comfortable. And we're going to focus on our breath in this mindful meditation. We'll focus just on the sound, on the quality, on the temperature of our breath. And again, we'll do it for 2 minutes, starting now. As you're going through this meditation, remember to do it compassionately. And if your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to your breath. Notice that there's a thought. Don't dwell on it. Come back to your breath. into the asana, the postures of yoga, we'll start laying down today. So before we lay down, if you have a strap, it could be a strap, a belt, a towel, a blanket, something that doesn't have too much give, and a couple of blocks. Again, it could be a block, it could be a book, a coffee can, something that you have that will give you a little bit of support. You can go ahead and grab those as balls, go grab them. And then we're going to start by laying face up on our mats with our knees bent, with the emphasis being on inhalation. Again, we're inhaling maybe to 6 and exhaling to a count of 4. Let's bring our arms out to the side. Bring your right leg up and over your left, making sure that there's no space, if possible, between your two thighs. And on an exhale, we'll gently bring your legs off, both knees off to the left. Inhale nice and slow, lengthening through your inhale, and exhale back down. Inhale back up, exhale back down, same side. Inhale nice and slow, and back up. And once you're here in neutral, go ahead and release your right leg. And now we're going to switch sides. So bring your left leg over your right. Slide your thighs together so there's no room between your thighs. Keeping your arms outstretched to each side. On an exhale, we'll take it to the right. So 4. Let's count. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2. Bring it down 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll unravel that left leg, bringing both feet flat on the floor, bringing our arms down by our side, and we're going to lift our hips on an inhale. So on your next inhale, press down with your forearms and your palms. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2. As you count, come up. Also drive your hips up. See if you can bring your sternum up. Try not to close this area between your chin and your chest. And exhale to 4. Good. You can count on your own or just follow along. Inhale up. Good. Exhale back down. Good. One more time. Inhale up. Bringing your chest up, rising your heart up, rising your hips up. Beautiful. And exhale back down. Good. Now cross your legs, and you can rock forward. On the third time, we're going to come up into sitting. So you can take a moment and rest here. Maybe you get up too fast. You can feel a little dizzy. So we'll do it nice and slow, and we'll come up onto our knees now. On inhale, I've got to scoot back. On an inhale, we're going to rise up tall towards the sky, reaching our fingertips up to scratch the clouds. And on an exhale, we'll rain it down in front of us, releasing your hips to your heels, coming into child's pose, so reaching your hands forward and releasing your forehead to the mat. So if this is not comfortable for you, you're welcome to put a blanket underneath your thighs, right at your knees. If your forehead doesn't feel comfortable, you feel a strain in your neck, go ahead and reach for that block or that book or coffee can and place your forehead to give yourself some support. Otherwise, breathe here. And gently rise back up. And we'll come into tabletop stance. Now stack your shoulders over your hands, your hips over your knees. Come into tabletop. And on an inhale, we'll reach our right arm up towards the sky, reaching your fingertips high, high, high. And exhale. Bring the right hand behind the left arm, bringing the outer right shoulder to the mat. And inhale nice and slow, 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 reaching up. Exhale, thread the needle. Once again. And inhale slowly, reaching up. And exhale back down. On an inhale, we'll do the other side, reaching up towards the sky. And exhale, thread the needle now behind the right arm, bringing the outer left shoulder to the mat. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle behind the right arm. And inhale, last time, reaching up nice and high. And on an exhale, we'll bring that hand back down to the mat in neutral. Curl your toes under, open up through the shoulders. And we'll send our hips high up into downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk your dog here. Find some movement. Press your chest towards your thighs, and if you've got tight hamstrings, then bend your knees. But let's find some length through our spine. Bringing our ears next to our biceps. Pressing our chest towards our thighs. Rising your sit bones up high. You can find stillness or movement here as you take one more breath. Press your chest towards your thighs. Lift your sit bones up as you press your heel bones down. On an inhale, reach your right leg back, three-legged dog. On an exhale, shift your body forward to come into one-legged plank. Keeping your right leg parallel with the ground, pressing away from the earth and finding length through your spine. Inhale, reach back into three-legged dog. On an exhale, bend your right knee. Bring your right knee to your nose as you shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog, nice and slow. Exhale, knee to nose. And inhale, press your right heel back out. And on your next exhale, come up onto your left tippy toes, hollow out your belly, and step forward with your right foot. Inhale, rise up. Maybe you want to bring your left knee down, and that's okay. Otherwise, we can come up into high lunge. Press your palms together. And exhale and come down into a twist, bringing your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Maybe you make your right hand into a fist and press it into your left palm as you revolve your chest open. On an inhale, nice and slow, rise back up. On an exhale, hinge forward at the hips, frame your front foot, and step back into downward dog. Breathe here. And on your next inhale, bring your left leg back, three-legged dog. Reach through that left heel. And on an exhale, shift your body forward, bringing your left leg parallel with the ground. Finding length through your spine, coming up into one-legged plank. Inhale, back into three-legged dog. Exhale, now bend that left knee and bring it to your nose as you shift forward. And inhale, press the left heel back. One more time, knee to nose, shift forward, bringing your shoulders over your hands. Inhale, reach back out, and on your next exhale, come up onto your right tippy toes and step your left foot through. You can bring your right knee to the mat if you like, or you can come all the way up. High lunge. Draw your navel in, ground your tailbone down. On your next exhale, press your palms together and bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Maybe you make your left Hand into a fist to revolve open and spiral your inner right thigh up towards the sky. Pressing your right heel towards the mat. And on an inhale, reach all the way back up. Exhale, hinge forward, frame the front foot, and step back into downward dog. One more breath here in downward dog. On your next inhale, look through your hands. Exhale, step both feet through into Uttanasana, forward fold. Releasing the crown of your head here towards the mat. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins or your thighs. Exhale, release back down. Try and graze your fingers on the mat as you bend your knees, bend your hips, bringing your hips down. And now sweep your arms up into Utkatasana, chair pose. We won't stay here long. Exhale, forward fold. Release your head back down. Inhale, hands to your shins or your thighs, but stay away from your knees. And exhale all the way back. Inhale, rise all the way up into Tadasana, mountain pose. Drawing your navel in as you contract your quadricep muscles, bringing your kneecaps up. On your next inhale, reach up towards the sky. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, press away. As we come into forward fold once more, hinge forward at the hips. And from your feet, step back into plank, drawing your navel in, sending your tailbone towards your heels. And now you can choose your vinyasa. You can choose knees, chest, chin, and come down. Or you can rock forward onto your tippy toes, keeping your elbows into your side body, either way. Inhale, press up with the tops of your feet and your pelvis coming into cobra. Exhale, back down into downward dog. Make a pit stop in tabletop if you like, or you can go straight into downward dog. 2 more breaths here in downward dog. And on your next inhale, reach your right leg back. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise up. Again, you're welcome to bring your left knee to the mat if that's just comfortable for you. Draw your navel in, round your tailbone down. Maybe bring your arms back a little bit into crescent lunge. Maybe you drop your hips down a little bit further. Look between your fingertips. Maybe not. On an exhale, press your palms together and bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, coming into a revolved twist. Maybe you bring your right hand into a fist, press it into your left palm. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, twist again. Inhale, reach back up. And last time, twisted lunge. Inhale, reach back up, high lunge. Exhale, hinge forward, frame your front foot and step back into downward dog. Take another breath here, lengthening through your inhale, reminding your brain to build that energy. Inhale, bring your left leg back. Exhale, step it through your hands. And on an inhale, rise up into high lunge. Draw your navel in. And maybe you look up as you reach your arms back. Maybe you dip your hips a little bit further down. And exhale, press your palms together. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee and twist. Maybe your left hand comes into a fist. Open up. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, twist. Spiral that inner right thigh up. And inhale, like that. One more time. Exhale. Press your palms together. Come into that twist. Press your right heel towards the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up. And on an exhale, hinge forward. Put your hands to the mat and step back into downward dog. Breathe here, and at any point you're welcome to go into child's pose if you need to take a break. Walk forward from your heels to your hands and come into plank. From here you can take a vinyasa, which just means you can find a flow of either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Keeping your elbows close to your side body, make sure you support your shoulders. Inhale, rise up into cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Always welcome to take a pit stop in tabletop before getting into your downward dog. Whatever's comfortable for you and your practice. One more breath here. Lengthen through that inhale. Exhale, and on your next inhale, you reach your right leg back. Exhale, step it through. Release the back foot to the mat and windmill your arms up into warrior two. Beautiful. Take a quick look at your front knee and make sure it's stacked over the front ankle. Look at your body as your head over your heart over your pelvis. And reach your arms as if you're being pulled in both directions. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Bring your left hand behind your thigh or reach it behind your back. Reaching up through your right fingertips. Feeling that opening in the right side body. And exhale. Bring your right elbow to your right knee. Palm up. And then reach your left arm up towards the sky. Opening up for extended right angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. So left hand again comes behind. Right hand reaches up. Opening through your right side body. Not a back bend here, just a side opener. And we'll cartwheel our arms forward. Frame the foot and step back into downward dog. Inhale, reach your left leg back. Exhale, step it through. Release the back foot to the mat. So now your right toes are facing the front right corner of your mat. And windmill your arms up into warrior two. Again, double check that front ankle isn't getting wonky and caving in. And on an inhale, I'm going to reach the right arm behind our right thigh or behind your back for reverse warrior. Your legs aren't moving here, they're keeping still. And now reach forward, bring your right elbow to your right knee. Reach your left elbow to left knee, and reach your right arm up. Spread your fingertips wide, revolve your chest open, and reverse your warrior. Bring your left arm up to the sky, opening up through this left side body here, creating space. Exhale, cartwheel your arms forward, plant your palms, and step back into plank. Bring your hips to about the same height as your shoulders. Drag here, that can be tough on your back. And then find your vinyasa. So we'll do knees, chest, chin this time, keeping your elbows close to your side. And on an inhale, rise up, cobra, releasing the tops of your feet to the mat. And exhale, downward dog. walk it out, pedal it out a little bit. I always like to find movement here. On your next inhale, reach your right leg back. And exhale, step it through. Release your back foot to the mat. This time we're going to reach our both arms up into warrior one. Making sure that this front knee is stacked over the front ankle and our upper body and our hips are squared to the front. Pressing through this left thigh back towards the back wall. And from warrior one, we're going to come into warrior three. So release both your hands to your hips. We're going to take a nice step in with this back leg. And for those of you that have never done warrior three, there's lots of options here. So we're going to shift our weight onto our right foot. You can bring the top of your left foot onto the mat. On an inhale, we're going to reach our sternum up, create that space. And on an exhale, we're going to hinge forward at the hips. And you're welcome to leave this left foot down, or you can bring it up to whatever's comfortable. You can release your hands in airplane arms, opening up through the chest. Or you can come into the full expression of the pose for a balancing warrior three. And bring the left foot in, reach forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Release the crown of your head down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reaching your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, press away, swan dive back down into forward fold. Plant your palms and step back into plank. From here again, you can find your vinyasa, whichever you choose. I typically like chaturanga, but you can choose whatever you like. Release the tops of your feet to the mat. Press into them and your pelvis, coming up into cobra. Keeping your elbows close. It's better for your shoulders. Exhale back down. And downward dog. Breathe here. And now the other side. Inhale, bring your left leg back. Exhale, step through. Sometimes my hips don't particularly like warrior one, so I take a wider stance. So you can go ahead and adjust your stance accordingly. Release the back heel to the mat. Now your right toes are facing to the front right corner of the mat. And inhale, come up. So this will put you in front heel to back heel alignment, or you can take the more traditional front heel to back arch alignment. Release your shoulders, let them melt down your back. Square both hips towards the front. Kind of revolve your chest to face the front too. And press the back of the right thigh back towards the back of the room. And make sure that this front knee is tracking the second toe. Exhale, release your hands down to your side. Take a nice step in with this right foot. Shift your weight onto your left foot. And now that you know what's coming, we can either do what we did the first time, or you're welcome to use the blocks as well in front of you for some support. So inhale, reach up with your sternum. Exhale, hinge forward. So you've created that space. Now you're hinging forward and not cramping anything. You're welcome to use the blocks here, or you're welcome to do airplane arms, or the full expression of the pose. And bring your right foot back into Tadasana, releasing your hands down by your side. Breathe here and just notice. Notice what you're feeling. Just be aware. On your next inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, press away, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Release the crown of your head as if there were a little magnet on the crown of your head, pulling you down towards the earth. Inhale, half lift, so hands to shins or your thighs. Exhale, plant your palms and step back into plank. From here, choose your vinyasa styles, so it'll be chaturanga or knees chestion, or skip it all together. You can throw in an upward dog there if you like. Instead of cobra, exhale, downward dog. Breathe as you lengthen through that inhale, building up that energy. Bring your knees down to the mat, so we're in tabletop here. Cross your shins behind you and walk your hands back to come onto your bottom. We're going to lay on our backs now. And before I go down, I'm going to grab a block. You can use a block if you'd like. But bend both knees, bringing your feet flat onto the mat. The block can go between your knees. Sometimes that helps keep them together. Sometimes they tend to splay out. So tuck your shoulder blades under your chest, under your heart space. You can bend your elbows, and that'll give you a little bit more opening in your chest. On an inhale, we're going to press our hips up towards the sky. Okay. And now you can straighten through one leg. Really push those hips, drive them up. Good. Bend the knee and come back down. Or you can skip it all together. Rest here. We're going to do the other side, but if you're not feeling it, you can just come up here and come into a supported bridge. Bring the block under your sacrum, which is right below your lower back. If you'd like to continue with the one-legged bridge, bring the block or book between your knees. Squeeze the block. Come up, pressing your hips up. Try not to bring your chin down. Look up to create space here in your throat as well. And then straighten through this left knee. Good. Drive your hips up even more. Bend the knee and come back down. We're going to do that again. Other side. Inhale, come up. Straighten through the knee. Drive the hips up. And bend the right knee. Bring the hips down. Beautiful. Try and keep this openness through your chest as we do this. Inhale, come up with your hips. Press the heel, the left heel out. Straightening through that left knee. Bending the left knee. And then gently lowering your hips down. One more time, each side. Inhale, come up. Straighten through the right knee. Drive your hips up. Bend the right knee and back down. Last time, promise. Squeeze the block if you're using one. Bring your hips up, open through the chest. Straighten through that left knee. Drive your hips up even more. Bend the left knee and gently come back down. Release the block if you are using one. And now you can reach for your strap. So let's release both of our legs out in front of us. We're going to use our strap here if you have tight hamstrings, if you want a little bit more support. And take a deep breath in. On an exhale, we're going to bring our right knee to our chest. And you can either grab your big toe with your peace fingers and make a circle and come up, or you can use your strap around the balls of your feet and bring your index finger between the two strap ends. Hold it with your right hand, open up through your chest, and press the bottom of your foot up towards the sky. This is Supta Padangusthasana 1. Reclined big toe pose, that's all that is. And just notice where you feel this. This left leg isn't off the hook, so maybe you want to put your left hand on top of your left thigh and really press in, reminding that left thigh to keep us grounded. See if you can bring your right foot up just a little bit further. You want to keep that left hip down. And now we can bring our right leg out, keeping this flexion, this angle right here at the hip. We're just going to bring it out to whatever is comfortable. You might want to use a block under the thigh or under the foot, whatever's comfortable for you. But let's keep this left hip grounded and open up. So we feel a nice opening, nice stretch in the right adductors, also known as the groin. You can prop your right elbow up on the ground for a little bit of support. Breathe here. Press this left thigh into the mat. And on your next inhale, come back up. And this time, we're going to switch hands right here. So bring the strap into your left hand. So we're going to come across to the left side. So as you bring it across, we're going to maybe bend our left elbow, prop it up here. This time our left leg can come along for the party. And we open up here in Supta Padangusthasana 3. Open up. Feel that nice stretch on the other side of the leg. Maybe. Again, seeing if you can maintain this hip flexion, this angle at the hip. Breathe here. Notice where you feel this. And then inhale, come back up. Bend your knee, release the strap, place it off to the side, and bring your right leg to rest next to your left. Take a deep breath in. And on your next exhale, bring this left knee up to the chest. Maybe you use your left peace fingers to encircle the big toe, or maybe you're like me and you need a little support. So place the strap around the balls of your feet, bring it into your left hand, and your index finger is between the two sides of the strap. Press the bottom of your foot up towards the sky. Release any tension in your shoulders. You might be holding on to it like this. Just release right here. Bring your right hand to your right thigh or your hip. And just notice. Now notice the difference between the two sides. Is there a difference? Maybe there is, maybe there's not. But just notice. And now we're going to come into reclined big toe pose number 2. And reach out. Maybe bend your left elbow for support. Maybe use a block underneath. But see if you can maintain that flexion of the hip, that angle at your hip. Just come out. With your right hand, press down against your right hip or your right thigh. Just reminding it to support us, to ground us. Breathe here. Again, just notice where you feel this. Inhale, come back up. Switch hands. And we'll be coming off to the other side. So, releasing your hand. We're going to bring the strap into our right hand. Bring our right elbow to the mat. And reach your left leg across. This time the right leg can come along. See if you can maintain that hip flexion. Just notice where you feel this. Notice the difference between the two sides. Not in judgment, just to be aware. Inhale, come back up to center, bend the knee, release the strap, and place it off to the side. Bend both knees, and bring your feet to the outer edges of your mat. We'll breathe into our windshield wipers. If you can, bring your heels as close to your hips as possible. And release both knees off to the right on an exhale. You can keep it here, or if you'd like more of a stretch, bring your right foot over your left thigh. Just gonna bring it down a little bit more. Deepen this twist. Inhale, come back up. Exhale off to the left. And you can deepen the twist by bringing the left foot on top of the right thigh, if you like. Do what feels comfortable in your body. If it hurts, don't do it. And inhale, slowly come back up. Maybe we can do one more time on each side. Inhale, slowly come back up to center, and exhale off to the left. Inhale, come back up to center. Gently release both legs out in front of you. Take Shavasana, so bring your feet equally distant away from your midline. Bring your arms equally distant away from your body. Tuck each shoulder blade under your heart space. Bring your chin level. Just notice what you're feeling in your body right now. Like to stay in Shavasana a little longer. 5-10 minutes is a good time. And press pause. Otherwise, bend both knees, bringing your feet flat onto the ground. Bring one arm up over your head and gently roll onto your side. In the fetal position. Use both hands to gently press away from the earth and come into a comfortable seated position. I'd like to end with a poem from this book, Meditations on a Dewdrop by T.S. Little. Oh, it's actually not a poem, it's a passage called Deep Listening. When we can acknowledge the inherent fragility in being, we experience a sense of gratitude. In fact, it is the very nature of impermanence that inspires compassion. Compassionate awareness is the natural outpouring of a mind and body that have reflected deeply on the passing nature of things. When we acknowledge the fragility of things, we develop greater sensitivity toward other people. This sensitivity, in turn, compels us to act with greater care and empathy. I've often thought that yoga training is essentially sensitivity training. To practice yoga postures and yogic listening is to attune to the changes that happen in and around us. For example, in a yoga pose, one observes the tremor of sensation through the muscle, or the feeling of a joint space gliding open, or the feeling of blood swooshing into the neck or shoulder. The yoga postures are vehicles for cultivating deep listening. This listening involves an intimate witnessing of the passing nature of things. On an inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, press down. Have your hands rest at heart center. Thank you for being here and sharing your practice today. Namaste.